So Fast Track Designations, which is something that you've now received 3 from the FDA, 2 on the diagnostic side, I guess in those 2 settings, biochemical recurrence and pre-prostatectomy, and then 1 for the therapy. If we think about those, perhaps help everyone by understanding what is the definition for the FDA to actually grant those on the basis of the data you've given, and then what's the practical kind of implications and benefit for you as a company that those enable?
Yeah, so the Fast Track designation, firstly, is very difficult to get. And it's provided when there's a high unmet need to patients. Now, that's an important point considering that there's competing products in the market already. And I've just gone through them. Gallium PSMA 11, or sold as a kit as Illuccix, and Polarify are in the market today. So for the FDA to review our data and provide that both in pre-prostatectomy and BCR and in therapy with Pluvicto in the market is a phenomenal outcome.
Okay.
So that allows us to interact with the FDA along the commercialization path, and to lodge different components of our NDA whenever they're complete.
Okay.
And then to obviously reduce the time to commercialization. Now, where we sit today, though, there's a little bit of a nuance on pre-prostatectomy and obviously in BCR, where we don't have a precedent where one has been commercialized separate to the other.
Yeah, it's always been collective as those 2 together.
As a whole. Now, there's a few things unprecedented about us, so we don't know what that outcome's going to be. So we'll look to complete the trials as quickly as possible, and we'll get those readouts done. But the question comes then, when you're doing the pre-prostatectomy one, do you open up, a myriad more sites and spend more money to no outcome? Or is there, given that it's probably a 90 to 95% chance they're going to have to commercialize together? Not due to our fault. We're not holding anything up. We're still progressing stuff. But where do we get the best bang for our buck, particularly in this market right now? And then look at as well, we think obviously BCR is a very different market. We're about to kick off Amplify.
Yeah, okay.
Smaller numbers, bigger need though, BCR. And we're running co-PSMA. We'll see what the data is on co-PSMA. And then interact with the FDA. Is it possible to get breakthrough status there? Because then that changes the game again for, moving back that timeline, moving forward, back, whatever, closest to us.
Yes.
The timeline to commercialization.
Because of course, co-PSMA is in that biochemical recurrence setting, the same as
it
Amplify.
Is. Yeah. And if there's a clear difference and a clear need in the market, and we have Amplify running, we'll communicate with the FDA.
And you have that enabled by Fast Track?
We do.